Hey there, my friend. Let me ask you something. How many times have you started a Cowboys season with hope, only to end it feeling let down? It's like a roller coaster, isn't it? 1 minute, we're at the top, dreaming about the Super Bowl, and the next, we're crashing down. If you're anything like me, you've probably had enough of the same old story. But here's the thing, we're not just talking about bad luck. We're talking about a team with talent, passion, and an incredible fan base that still can't seem to get it together when it matters most. And you know what's at the heart of it all? Leadership. Yep, it all starts at the top. Now, let's be real for a moment. Mike McCarthy was supposed to be the guy to bring discipline and consistency to this team. But how's that working out? It feels like we're stuck in a loop, doesn't it? One playoff appearance here, one bad decision there, and then, boom, another early exit. Let me know if you agree with this. Does it feel like McCarthy's time is running out? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and here's a quick poll for you. Should the Cowboys start fresh with a new head coach? Hit yes if you're ready for a change, or no if you still have faith in McCarthy to turn things around. We've been loyal to this team through thick and thin, but something has to give, right? Stick with me, because in the next part, we'll dive into what makes McCarthy such a polarizing figure for Cowboys fans. Alright, let's get into it. Mike McCarthy. When he first joined the Cowboys, I bet you thought, finally, someone with a championship pedigree. And to be fair, that Super Bowl win with the Packers gave us reason to believe he'd bring some of that magic here. But let me ask you, has he lived up to those expectations? McCarthy's tenure with the Cowboys has been a mixed bag. On one hand, he's brought stability after the Jason Garrett era, but on the other, the same issues keep cropping up: questionable play calling, clock management, blunders, and a lack of urgency in big moments. If you're like me, you probably sit there during games and wonder, what is he thinking? It's frustrating, right? Watching talented players like Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb grind every week, only for the team to fall short because of coaching decisions. And let's not even talk about the playoffs. When the stakes are high, McCarthy's track record has been less than inspiring. So here's the big question. Is it time for a fresh perspective, or is McCarthy's experience exactly what this team needs to finally get over the hump? Let's get your take in the comments. And while you're there, vote on this. If McCarthy were to be replaced, should the Cowboys look for an experienced coach and take a chance on fresh talent? You see, this isn't just about one man, it's about the identity of the Cowboys. Are we a team that settles for good enough, or do we demand greatness? Next, we'll dive into what the future could look like without McCarthy at the helm and explore the candidates who could step in to reignite this franchise. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Alright, let's imagine for a moment Mike McCarthy is out. What happens next? Does the Cowboys front office play it safe? Or do they finally roll the dice on a bold, transformative hire? The potential candidates out there are exciting, no doubt. Let's start with someone like Sean Payton. Can you imagine? A proven offensive mastermind who also happens to have ties to the Cowboys organization. Or maybe the team would consider a younger, innovative coach, someone with fresh ideas who could shake things up. But hey, I want to hear from you. Who would you want as the next Cowboys head coach? Drop your pick in the comments, and let's see which name gets the most votes. Of course, with change comes risk. There's no guarantee that a new coach would be the magic solution. But let's be real, sticking with the same game plan and expecting different results hasn't exactly been working for us, has it? This is where Jerry Jones plays a pivotal role. Love him or hate him, Jerry is the one calling the shots. Do you think he's ready to admit that McCarthy isn't the long-term answer? Or will his loyalty keep things status quo? Let's hear your thoughts. Should Jerry take the leap and hire a new coach? or give McCarthy more time. Every fan knows this team has the pieces to be great. What we're missing is the leadership to tie it all together. And that's where the suspense comes in. Could a new coach be the key to unlocking this roster's full potential? Next up, we'll break down what makes the Cowboys such a high-pressure job and why some coaches thrive under the spotlight while others crumble. Stay with me, we're just getting to the good stuff. Being the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys isn't just a job, it's a spectacle. It's not just about calling plays or building strategies. No, being a Cowboys coach means navigating the relentless media attention, the passionate fan base, and the unwavering expectations to win it all every season. Let's face it, not everyone is built for this kind of pressure. Think about the legacy of this franchise. The Cowboys are synonymous with greatness. Names like Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson still echo through the halls of AT&T Stadium. Any coach who steps into this role knows they're being compared to legends. And that's not all. There's Jerry Jones, one of the most hands-on owners in sports. Do you think Jerry's involvement is a blessing or a burden? Let's take a poll. Is Jerry helping or hurting the Cowboys' chances for success? Vote in the comments below. Now, let's not forget the fan base, you and me. Cowboys fans aren't just passionate, we're demanding. We expect excellence because we've seen it before, and we know this team has the talent to deliver. But this relentless expectation can make the job a high-risk, high-reward proposition. Coaches either thrive under the bright lights or crumble under the weight of it all. So, here's a question for you. If a new coach were to come in, what's the one thing you think they'd need to succeed in Dallas? Is it innovative play calling, strong leadership, or maybe just the ability to handle the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you think. As we dive into the final chapter, we'll explore how the Cowboys' current situation could influence a coaching shakeup and what all of this means for the future of America's team. Stick with me, it's all leading up to this. So here we are, the big question. What's next for the Dallas Cowboys? As fans, we've been through the highs and the heartbreaks, but one thing remains constant: our belief in this team's potential. The frustration with Mike McCarthy isn't just about this season. It's about years of coming up short, despite having one of the most talented rosters in the league. If Jerry Jones decides to make a change, it could be the turning point we've been waiting for. But let's be honest, there are no guarantees. A new coach might bring fresh energy and a winning mindset, or it could be another gamble that doesn't pay off. This is why your voice matters. If you had the chance to sit down with Jerry right now, what would you tell him? Should he pull the trigger and move on from McCarthy, or stick it out and hope for a turnaround? Let me know in the comments. The Cowboys are more than a team, they're a symbol of greatness. And while the past few decades have been filled with unmet expectations, the passion of this fan base never wavers. That's what makes this moment so critical. A coaching change isn't just about the X's and O's. It's about reigniting hope and belief in what this team can accomplish. So, here's a challenge for you. Imagine it's the end of next season. Where do you see the Cowboys? Are we holding the Lombardi Trophy? Or are we still wondering what could have been? Cast your vote in the comments. Super Bowl champs or still rebuilding? No matter what happens, one thing's for sure. We'll be here, cheering, analyzing, and holding this team accountable, because that's what being a Cowboys fan is all about. And hey, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so we can keep this conversation going. Thanks for sticking with me through this journey. Let's hope the future brings us the success we all know this team is capable of. Until next time, go Cowboys.